Okay, I think we are live. We are here on Stefanovich's account, level 66. So pretty, that mid-game spot of the game. Maybe looking ahead to some bigger things, hopefully in the next month or two. He's stuck on GR2. We do have a GR2 Oracles trial right now, so I figured I would do like a live guide. What's up, Donovan Jackson? How you doing? But basically show you guys how to do it. Maybe we'll help you. There's still 2.5 days left in the event. And I know this is strategically a place where people get tripped up because it's a little more technical, at least the way I like to do Gear 2. So that is what we're going to demonstrate in this video. So let's go here. He's stuck on 19 still. Let's get right into it. Only 12 viewers. We've only been going for, 35 seconds, but it's okay because we got to keep it moving. I want to be quick. I want this to live as a video. Like I post all my YouTube streams as VODs, but I want this to exist as a video. So if you're watching in the future and you're using it as a video guide, let me know. That coffee's way too hot. What's up, Optic Gamer? What's up, John B? What's up, PFG? So let's take everyone out so I can do this from scratch. The way I want to do this, basically, we are going to do Comet as our DPS. There's a lot of good DPS you can use here in Gear 2. There's really tons and tons of options. But for me, the best by far is Hotsit, who we don't have. Then there's Firna, who we don't have. Oh, here we go. Virna, we don't have. And then you get into like Comet is really, really, really good. He was just one step below. He's actually, you could argue he's maybe the easiest to build for this out of everybody. You just need Laurel, who I guess is kind of everyone has now since they equalized the rates. But it used to be an issue. But I guess now that I say it, you can kind of get away with, maybe he is as good as the rest. So we'll do the Comet strategy in this. All the strategies are really simple. It's all shout out. You can even do it with Yuri. Yuri does this really well. However, his gear's not that good. So to get Yuri to the level the others, Comet and Hotsit especially, you need gearing more akin to how you'd gear your Virna. She can definitely do it though. I should. Is she max skilled? No, she's not. Okay, so we're not gonna. I assumed Comet was. He's not. Okay, so this is actually gonna be kind of brutal. So you might see from the title, maybe I changed it if we pulled off 21, but he only paid for 19 and 20. I think it's pretty likely we're not gonna get 21. That's kind of what I'm expecting here. But, we can always try once we get that far. But we will get 19 and 20. Yeah, the lack of skill ups on an account like this, it's always what happens. You're not like late or end game. You're not getting tons of skill ups. You probably haven't known where to prioritize them. It's always kind of tough. Basically, you need your DPS. If you're bringing Comet, you kind of need Laurel, especially if he's not skilled up. Then let's go to our Northerners. I always like a Northerner Lord. You need 6 warm bodies, as I call them, 2 actual tanks. Then you're going to want Decimus and Baron. And then you need at least 2 other units that are melee units that you can drop on the floor. This will make sense once we start. So that's going to be like Volca is obviously always one of them because you're going to do the Volca Polka. I hope I checked that he had Volca. He does. Great. While we're here, we can just snag Baron. And then you need one other. So very often for me, that's like Dallin, stuff like that. But you can kind of get your double dip and get a tank if you've got a Solder, you've got King Hearts, even Dagna if you ever built out. That can be the other side of it. Here's our Baron. Let's reset this. Okay, so let's keep filling out our... So here we got 1 tank covered. We got 1 warm body covered. We got our DPS. We've got our other unkillable units. So the unkillable units are Decimus and Baron. Typically, you can use Rocks now too, who's really good at it. If you have Regulus or Broke here, you can use them for that reason. There's my alarm going off to wake up. I've already been up for 2.5 hours. Good thing I set the alarm. Okay, where was I? So yeah, if we go back to our Northerners, we want Vortex, who is not maxed. This is one thing that I believe is going to be a hang-up, getting enough gear on Vortex, but I'll certainly try. You need him to have a good wealth of HP, which we have now, but he needs to be pretty fast, like at least 350 speed. So 157 is not going to cut it. I obviously haven't done any re-gearing yet. But yeah, let's keep going through. I'd love to snag another tank from here. There's Olag. That's fine. So now we've got 2 tanks covered, right? We need 2 tanks. We need our Volca and our other warm body, who's going to be Dallin if he has her. Otherwise, Cyrene or something. He has Dallin. So a little cost regen, especially if you're using Comet or Virna, someone a little more expensive than like Hotsit or Silas, who's like 12, or Yuri. Then it's really nice to have cost gen to make it a lot less sweaty. And aside from that, we've covered most of our bases. We've got our healer tank, because he's going to be our first place platform unit, so he gets targeted by the Garnet guards. So he's going to draw the aggro. Then we've got our 2 tanks, actual real tanks. Then we got our DPS. The booster for the DPS is going to be Laurel. She's going to help him ult faster. Then you need Volca for the Volca Polka. She needs to be at least A1 for this strategy to work. Then you need some other warm body. We're going to use Dallin and double dip the cost regen. Then we have our 2 unkillable units. So the final spot can be one of 2 things. We can bring a Lord for Comet, or we can bring an Inspiration Hero. So first things first, let's see what kind of Lords we have. Like if we have Venoma, then we're just going to bring her. But it looks like we don't. If we had Cyrus, we could bring him and then leave Olog at home, but I'm not seeing either. So then it comes down to, do we have Raiden? We do, but is the benefit of Raiden good enough, since we're bringing Laurel anyway, to, what just happened here, to justify bringing him over an Inspiration unit? I would say no. So for your Inspiration unit, we got a lot of options now we didn't used to have. Constance is never a good choice for this unless you're doing some fun stuff with Supreme Arbiters. So it kind of comes down to Diao Chan, Beelzebub, and then of course Dolores. It looks like he has all of them. I think I will just use Diao Chan, because why not? Nice and easy. Don't have to think about it too much. She's also new. But we'll see how, if our DPS isn't good enough, the best choice probably will end up being Beelzebub, because he's going to bring the slows. So Comet will get all the time in the world, which actually makes our life really easy, because we don't have to constantly be placing tanks, because they're never even going to get that far. But the gear's not that great on this account, as you're going to see. We're probably going to go broken set. So I think for now, let's just use Diao Chan. Dolores is also great, especially if you're going to use this strategy. Kind of no reason, essentially, not to, because you can get the boost from Laurel. So Dolores has the insta ult. But I'm just going to go with Diao Chan because she's new and she's my favorite. Someone in chat is asking, does she need to be fully skilled? No, not at all. And she's not. So you can see she's giving... actually, these skill ups are kind of a disaster, to be honest. Maybe we should just use Dolores. The main skills you need for Diao Chan are this, her basic, and then this Thorned Rose passive, because you can see it starts off at base, the penetration increase when she's in Song of Sorrow, like the black mode, when she has the black shawl on her shoulders. It starts off at only 10, and then it goes up to 20% ignore defense or ignore magic resistance. In Comet's case, it'll be ignore magic resistance. This isn't as big a deal. You can see it starts out at 21% inspiration. It goes up to 25. This kind of sucks, though, not having this maxed and not having this maxed. Like, not even having it at 15% penetration. The reason she's like as good as Dolores, and for so much content she's much better than Dolores, is because yes, the inspiration's less, but your key heroes are ignoring so much defense or magic resistance that covers the gap. In end game or later game content, it more than covers the gap. Really, only Guild Boss 1 is Dolores like super shining over Diao Chan at this point, and even still, there's a lot of strats where Diao Chan can outshine her because of placements she enables if she's A1 or higher. But I'll say, without this penetration, with it only at half as strong as it should be, I think I'm just going to leave her at home. Let's just go straight to Beelzebub. Please tell me he's got a couple skill ups. Dang, this account, everyone's just no skill crystals on this account. So his inspiration effect is 40 out of 50. I kind of can live with that. It'll be worth it because of the slows. So we'll just use Bubba. But yeah, easily you can use Dolores the way we're about to use it here. So let's start with our gearing. Believe it or not many of these guys need to be geared. We don't need any gear on Dallin. We don't need any gear on Volca. We don't need any gear on Decimus. We don't need any gear on Baron, and we don't need any gear on Laurel. So we actually only need gear on Comet, our DPS. We need gear on our Inspiration Hero, which is going to be Beelzebub. We need gear on Vortex, and then on our 2 tanks. So Hearts, where do you go? Hearts and Olog, and that's it. So let's start with our DPS. You'll see why I'm not thinking 21 is for sure possible. He does have a cheeky variant, couple of Ancients, but you can't really build a set. I was thinking we could go for Cataclysm. We could get some stacks up before he starts ulting. I'll say Cataclysm's going to fall off Comet pretty fast, but at least we might get some big stat boosts, and those first initial hits might be really spicy. So let's see what we're working with here. This is a really nice Esoteria order piece. This effect's not going to help Comet here because we're not doing more than the 1 ult, and we're going to basically insta-ult. This piece is really good, so maybe we can... Oh, it looks like he doesn't have... Does he have any Cataclysm piece here? Yeah, so we can't even finish the set, right? So as cool as this is, we're probably just going to go broken set. So let's see over here. This piece is phenomenal. Piece great too, but I'd rather have the attack speed. And then here, we're broken set now. So ideally, we want tier 3 gear. Looks like there's nothing we can ascend, though. just because it's going to have the 10% higher main stat. So you can see this has like 72% crit damage instead of 66, which is what it would be if it was tier 1. But if it's tier 2 or 3, you get the extra 10%. And this would be 60, but now it's 66. So that's a big benefit. Let's see, like this. Yeah, there's no tier 3 gear. Okay, so this piece is great, though. Let's take it. Broken set. Any cheeky weapons? He does have one really cheeky weapon. Plus 200 attack as well. That's kind of huge. And then what's this on Twin Fiend? Will that get us to the promised land? It does. We got other options. Let's roll this piece really fast. We don't have too much gold to work with, but we should have enough. Okay, let's just leave it as is. So this build's awesome, right? It's just broken set, but don't be afraid to go broken set. You don't need that much DPS if you got good heroes. I am concerned about the skill ups, but that's just life. We'll use this base promo, Spirit Siphon, excuse me, Tear of Twilight. I'm having a brain aneurysm. Save the gear. 2 Comet. Upward and onward. What are we doing next? Next, I like to do Vortex because he's hard to get going. So essentially, what I think we have to do on this account, given the gear, unless he's been really lucky, normally what I would do is this, right? We do HP bonus with attack subset. This piece is okay. It has flat HP, which is nice. You do the same thing on the ring. Again, this piece is okay. And then I would do an attack speed amulet with HP substat. He doesn't even have one. Okay, so not a choice. But to do this, you need to find a lot of HP elsewhere, which I don't think we were going to find on the account. So I was building up to this. We're just going to do HP main stat with attack speed substat. But then you really got to find the attack speed on the left side. So this is really good. That's a huge flat HP roll. So you can see I want at least 35k HP on Vortex. If you have him with a Solda or Dagna, like not a legendary lord, you're going to want like 37, 38. We're at 35.5 already without the left side because we went triple, which you can do. That's like what you do on an account with worse gear. That's what I do. This should actually be fine, the Elysian. The way I make up for the speed, though, because you can see he's really slow, or compared to what I want, he's really slow, we go Whirlwind on the left. So it's HP bonus and attack speed. Let's take this one, 16.5, but I want that 67. And then likely, unless he's got a cheeky like variant, or ancient or exclusive piece, you're not going to get the attack speed on the breastplate. So just go for the biggest HP bonus roll. Kind of a crazy piece here. Kind of weird piece. But there you go. So in the end, we did get to the speed I wanted. I wanted at least 350, but ideally 400 or 450. And we kind of killed it with this build because this Asclepius gear turned out to be really nice. That big flat HP helps a lot. I mean, 2100 extra that you might not have at all is kind of huge. So this build is plenty, actually. So this is giving me more hope for 221. Now I'm starting to think I'm going to have to change the title of this video. I feel like we're getting 221 in our sights. You do have Dolores fully skilled. It doesn't matter. We don't need Dolores. I'd rather use some of the new fun guys. Okay, so we got our 2 main guys covered. So all we have left to do is Beelzebub and the tanks. So with the tanks, always gear your worst tank first. So believe it or not, that in terms of tankiness, because we're not getting the constant shields, that's going to be King Hearts. Crank that HP to the moon, and then look for defense and flat HP in the substats. So something like this. This piece kind of stinky. All right, let's YOLO this. I'm glad we did. That turned out awesome, and it's a good set. Maybe we can build the set. Yeah, we can, I think. Yeah, sure. All right, so I wasn't hunting for the Asclepius set, but we are getting 10% extra max HP, so why not? Then over here, see if you can get the quad. Nope. All right, let's drop it down just to the essentials. What's this? Very cheeky. That's a nice variant. What's the effect? Plus 1200. That's a crazy fortitude boost. And this piece is going to be acceptable. So you can see his defense is a little too low, to be honest. Is he not built? Oh, he's 5. Okay, that's the problem. He said I can do whatever I want. I also don't feel bad about 6-starring Hearts because Hearts is kind of a superstar for the gear dungeons because Northern is such a good faction in both. So you're just going to end up using him as a tank there. So yeah, there you go. Now we're at the stats I want. So the minimum stats, we're kind of slightly overkill here. Minimum stats I want are 70k HP and 6,000 defense. So we ended up at 95.8 HP and 6,100 defense. What we could even do, if we wanted to make this even a little better, is you can hunt like a defense bonus main stat with like an HP sub. I'm only going to do if he has something rolled. That's not good enough. What were the stats on this? We can do it. We can do this. So you'll see. So we dropped down, but we're still well over where we wanted to be at the 70K. We're at 84, and now our defense is really good. But you only really need 6,000 for this stage. Don't really care about any of this. Let's just give him some more defense. This is fine. So Olog's build is going to be a lot simpler. We just need his HP to the moons because he's going to keep auto shielding, so he's not really going to take so much direct damage. That's why he's so good for this stage. That's hearts. Let's continue. All right, we're up to 120 viewers now. Can you guys hear this goddamn chair? I'm finally gonna order the new chair today. Oh my god. I'm gonna have back problems by age 40 at this rate. This chair. Okay, Olag. So this is gonna be simple, right? I'm doing HP bonus, and I honestly, if we can pick up defense, I'll take it, but I just want the biggest flat HP sub. So here's a little bonus flat defense, but I just want his HP to the goddamn moon. There's a nice little defense bonus. Do any of these have defense? Let's take this piece. This is good. This is a good morale piece. This can live on the account for a while. Put one of your tanks eventually in morale. This is probably fine on the left. You obviously do not need Astral Guardian. But yeah, there you go. 7K, 86. So we're overkill on these tanks. We're going to be fine. Northwill's great. Couple cheeky heals whenever the shields pop off. So let's put the log. Let's save that in the plans. The log. All right, so we're basically done with the gearing except for Beelzebub. So for Beelzebub, for general content, you're going to want a decent amount of speed on him. And for certain things, maybe a little tankiness, but for this, doesn't matter at all. So basically, just want attack bonus and then flat attack in the substats. If I can find attack speed like this, I will take it, but I don't need it so much here. He'll put out consistent enough hits. He's got a low attack interval that we're gonna stop these guys in their tracks, no problem. This gear's kind of leaving us wanting more, though. Definitely look out for better inspiration gear. I mean, the fact that these are your only 5 pieces on your whole account that are rings with attack bonus and flat attack, and they all kind of stink. That's not good. This piece is good, though, for what we're looking for. He's here just for the crowd control and the really good inspiration. If we can get attack bonus with it, attack speed substat as well. Let's see. No, not good enough. Drop it. All right, let's take that. And then here, we're not really going to get attack speed unless he's got a nice ancient. Ooh, he does. Ooh, this piece is great. YOLO. Oh, yeah. We'll take that. We're missing out on the flat attack sub here, but it's worth it for the extra attack speed since you see how low we were. So 225, this is fine. The attack is nice and high, over 11K. He's got his exclusive. You could use a White Tower Trinket. You could use a Keen Wisdom. You could use a Tier Twilight. Those are basically your options. If it was other content and you want to spam his ult, you could use a Nightmare Samsara, the legendary artifact. So there's Bubba. And now we can start the fight. The only things left to check, make sure Volka's A1. She's A2. Good. Make sure Decimus is promotion level 1. That's when you unlock the passive that makes him Decimus. Make sure he's skilled. You only need Defiant or Defiance skilled out. Then what else? We don't care at all about you. And then just Dallin, make sure she's promo 1 at least. That's when you unlock her skill that matters, her Rebel Auto. And then ideally you want that skilled out, but at the very least you want it skilled to level 3. We're good to go, baby. All right, let's pause it. So quick deploys. Doesn't matter where you put Dallin because she does her cost generation totally passively. It has nothing to do with her ultimate. It's just a time-based skill, so we can toss her wherever we want. Let's place Comet here. Just wait. We're going to drop Decimus here just to stall. As soon as we get the kill, we can pick up Decimus. Oh, kind of annoying there. So I kind of blew it. I could save the run here just by putting Baron down, but I'm not going to do that just because I want it to be cleaner for guide purposes. So we'll do Dallin there. That's kind of a bummer, the way this cost is working out. Because he's not max skilled, so his ult didn't come around fast enough. So what we'll do is we'll do Comet here. I'm actually going to have to throw gear on Baron for the later levels. We're going to have to use someone who can stall a little longer than Decimus. So we'll use Baron. Doesn't matter that he's out of Comet range because we're going to get some bounce attacks shortly. He's going to trigger his passive in a second. Okay, no. So we killed the other guy before we could kill this guy. This is a kind of a wacky setup right now, and it's driving me insane. Okay, Dallin is so annoying. Not having Comet skilled up is not fun. Okay, we'll place Comet 1 back. It buys us slightly more time, and it makes the pin easier here with Baron. There we go. Now the guy walks back. That's what I wanted to happen last time. I guess I was slightly late to trigger that animation. Baron's wearing some random gear, so we're fine right now. All right, now Comet's cooking. As soon as these are done, we can pick them up. And then you pick Dallin up as soon as you see the coin trigger above her head. There you go. So now we're at tons of cost. So this guy's going to run. The golem's going to go boom, boom. Then he goes up for a big boom. When he does that, you can go here, hold it down for super slow-mo. Here comes the crash. Light. There you go. Now let go. And here we go. I can speed up. Boom, boom. Now boom, boom. Now you can drop Vortex if you want to get in early. Click on Decimus. The second he gets hit, pick him up. Now let's take Beelzebub here. Let's take Laurel here. We'll wait a second, and you're going to see we're going to go no tanks besides just dropping Olag here to kill these guys. Every time they hit something, they lose half their health or more, so you're kind of good to go. So here's Comet. You can see how he's no rage. That's where Laurel comes in. Pick it up. So now both these guys are maxed. So fun thing, the first row of these guys coming out from the sides, these are the only 2 Garnet guards. These are the only 2 guys that throw the stuff. So as soon as they're dead, you can pick up Vortex because you don't need... Vortex exists here just to, like, draw the aggro because they always target the first place platform unit and then heal himself back up. So he's just tanking those hits. He's your platform tank. But as soon as those guys are dead for this first round, you can pick them up. Later on, there's 4 guys. There's 2 pairs that come out. So you can't do the same thing. Let's trigger Comet. Those guys will be dead in a second. Now we can pick up Vortex. You can see we got all the damage in the world. We're too strong for 19, even with the broken set. Boom. Pick up. Pick up. All right, let's do Baron and Decimus. So these guys, the gear doesn't matter because they both have some form of unkillability or unyielding. So they're running now. As soon as they make Comet with Decimus, let's click on him. We pick him up. See, they make contact, they lose a huge chunk of their health. Same thing with Baron, pick him up. And then here, I'm going to drop Olag, and I'm going to drop Dallin. Olag we can leave down if we need, and I don't know if I'm going to have to place Hearts, so I'm going to leave him here. But Olag, he'll start shielding himself, so it's fine. As soon as you can place Vortex, place him. Remember, he needs to be the first place because that's how he draws the aggro. So here's the first pair of the Garnet guards. There's Laurel. Now we got to wait for Comet and Beelzebub. So for this part, we are going to have to place Hearts. There's Comet. There's Beelzebub. Let's pick up Laurel. We'll wait a moment. I like to wait until these guys are like about to turn the corner, like right here. Now you can trigger them both. Now we're going to start deleting everyone. As soon as these guys start dying, we can already pick up our tanks. And you can see we're overkill for 219 right now. I pick that up, kill. Oop. Let's go, let's go. So only a finger slip can slow us down now. All right, so here's one trick with Decimus. This guy's going to come blast us. He goes boom, boom. Before the big boom, that's when you drop Decimus. Otherwise, he'll die. If you do it a little early and he gets hit by one of those first 2 booms, he'll die before this guy comes to make contact with him. So contact, pick up Decimus, wait a beat, pick up Baron. All right, let's place. This is where you need your 2 warm bodies, right? So we got Dallin, and now we're going to place Volca. So we wait, and now we're going to do a stall strat. Place Decimus here. He hits him once. When he goes back to hit him a second time, you pick him up. Now wait. He's going to turn red and slam the ground once. As soon as he stands up straight, place your tank, place your Vortex, place your DPS, place your booster, Laurel up, Laurel down, Laurel up. Oop. And now we destroy him because now he won't do the big bangs anymore. So we just delete him. All right, so that's basically going to be the same thing. We'll just have a cost issue on 221 that I'll have to figure out live. I'm not also slightly worried about our DPS, but I think we'll still get it. I'm not going to over-explain as much because I think that was pretty dang clear. Let's move on to 220. I forgot to check Baron's gear. I don't think it will matter till the next one. All right, let's go Dallin. I guess we have to place Baron now. If normally we could just do a quick stall with Baron, like I wanted to do originally with Decimus, because Comet, if he was skilled up, would have his ult up fast enough if we placed him first, but that wasn't an option. Let's do a cheeky thing here. We'll place Laurel, put her down. It costs us 6 cost. It's worth it. Just ult and delete these guys. Let's pick up Baron. We're good. Same story. For anyone watching live, a little reminder to like the stream. We got 140 viewers and only 30 likes. All right, here comes the runner. Nothing's changed, you see. I picked up down as soon as that cost popped up. Place, boom, boom, pow, boom, boom, Vortex. Wait, click onto Decimus. Up, wait a minute. Put your finger in it. There we go. Boom. Beelzebub. Comet. Laurel down, Laurel up, pick up Olag. So that's the first part. We get to save a whole deploy. We don't have to use hearts, right? And we don't have to keep Olag down. So that extra cost makes it easier later on. That should basically allow us to afford that early Laurel placement I just used. Let's ult with Beelzebub. As soon as we can, we're going to ult with Comet. So I'm hammering the button. As soon as those front guys die, we can pick up Vortex. Yeah, we'll see how well we do on the next round. That's when we're going to really find out if we can beat 21. Obviously, we're going to beat 20. Here they come running. All right, after the Shriek, place Baron, place Decimus. The timings there aren't very hard. As soon as he shrieks, as soon as that Shriek animation starts, you can place those guys. Wait for contact with Decimus. Up, up. All right, we'll place the log. We'll place... wait 1 second. Dallin. I like to place Dallin, obviously, instead of Volca or something, because she costs only 10. Let's place Vortex. Let's place Hearts. Let's place Laurel. And now we wait. See, Olag's low on health, but he's going to keep shielding himself, so it's okay. Comet. Beelzebub. We need to time this out nicely, though. So I'm going to wait till these guys are a little closer, like I said, when they're about to turn the corner. There we go. Can ult with Hearts. Don't ult with Olag, otherwise he's going to stop placing those shields. Now you go with Comet and let these guys delete everybody, and you'll see just a ton of damage. This is all broken set, and it's just fine. So that row's done. Pick up. Okay, let's pick up here, pick up here. As soon as this guy drops, perfect. Up and up. So Baron right away. Now we wait boom, boom, and then before the third big boom, boom, boom. Now we do Decimus. Throw it on 1x. Wait for contact. Up. Turn around. Up. Okay, Dallin and Volca. 2x. Stall with Decimus. Place him. When he goes back to hit him a second time, pick him up. Boom. Stands up straight. Tank. Vortex. Comet. Inspo. Laurel. Up. Ult, and we win. Dante Floyd is saying, any tips for 21 without Beelzebub? Just use Dolores. She works perfectly fine. You can see the damage is less. Now they're not ulting. We also are missing duration on Comet's ult, which is going to make this much harder. It's kind of a nightmare, like not having your best DPS is skilled up. Comet's basically as much a must skill hero as we have in this game. Obviously, if you have a ton of good options, he could be slightly lower on the list, but like especially on an account like this, I don't know who you would skill above Comet. All right, there we go. 21. It's about to get way harder. Let's go fix that Baron gear quickly. All right, it's probably plenty. He is 6-star, which helps. What is this? Let's just throw the Bastion ring on just to make our life slightly easier. You obviously don't need that. All right, same story, but we start with less initial cost on these stages, which is a drag. 21 is just much less initial cost than you get on the other ones. They're just trying to make your life harder. So yeah, this is going to be kind of tough. And then I'm very worried about the Comet ult duration for the second big wave. Okay, let's go like this. Let's go. You see how we just got a big cost boost. One thing we can do there with that Laurel trick is now we can instantly do the ult with Baron, so he gets that big juicy shield. So this first part we got fine. That Baron build was more than enough. Up and up. Wait for down to have that coin pop above her head. Up. I've got a whole video on doing it with Comet and Dolores. You can go watch that. Big splash. Boom. Boom, boom, pow. Boom, boom, Vortex. Houston, we have contact. Wait for Comet. Then you just have a DPS issue, Dante. That's all it is. Because if you killed the guys that were fighting on your tanks faster, you wouldn't have any issue. Look, so Comet's like already running out of his ult. That's rough, man. What's up, Snick? All right, here come the runners. Look, as soon as he shrieks, even when the animation's not even done, you can already place these guys. It's fine. The damage is triggered when the animation happens. Get ready. Pick up. Pick up. I guess this down's 11 costs because she doesn't have all the awakenings. All right, place there. I'll just wait for our DPS boys. I'm probably going to have to trigger a little later here, so I really need Hearts and Olag to hold on. So I've been doing right as they round the corner, but because of this decreased duration on Comet's ult, it's a little trickier of a situation. So normally I'd be starting right now when they're hitting this corner. I'm going to wait till they're like here. You can see Vortex is doing well. All right, ult. Yeah, it's limited duration from Comet. All right, we should just get it. Look at that. Pick up. Look at that. We just got it. Right as he shrieks, we kill the last guy. That's pretty exciting. Oh, pick him up. Oh, I missed him. Lost a little cost there, but it's okay. Boom, boom, drop. I can't begin to tell you guys how uncomfortable this chair is. Throw your head back. Let me see that number. All right, time to pick you up. Pick you up. All right, 2x. Stall out. Wait for the second hit. Stand up straight. Boom, 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 boom. Now, remember, we started with less cost, so we got to wait longer. Just going to wait for Comet to come back around. I could have done Comet before Laurel if we really wanted to. That's ult. That does save us something with Beelzebub, though. That's good. The chair's driving me crazy today. It's just extra noisy. Can put Volca there because when we do our Laurel pickup, we'll get some vulnerabilities. Gonna wait a second until this all lines up. Yeah, that's because Zarus loses. He takes out the first two waves easy because he gets his passive his talent at the beginning. Zarus is very hard to make work for the last wave if you don't have good gear. So maybe just don't use Zarus or bring a second DPS for that part. So once we have POD, this will go a lot faster. So here's the final thing, right? We beat each one pretty darn good. But yeah, this is the key thing that people don't do, and they go, Fastidious, when I run my run on auto, it doesn't work. That's because when you're on auto, you have power of dominance. When you have power of dominance, you're much stronger. And when you're much stronger, all the timings change. Maybe someone died that doesn't die now because they have more HP. Or maybe you kill someone faster and then you don't get rage regen fast enough for something else. It all depends on the stage. But you're getting all stats, pure stats, plus 30%. So you got to go back in and you've got to do this with the power of dominance. So I know it's annoying, but you've got to just go in and run it again. So we're going to do that now. Like a good example is my Comet died, right at the end there. He probably still would die because it was the Shriek, but something like that could easily throw your run off. I think my run was clean, but it doesn't matter. We're going to rerun it. Basically, when you think there might be a pain point, interrupt the run, change it, and then resave that auto. So the new auto with POD. So I know the beginning is going to go smooth, no problem. And frankly, I know the first big wave is going to be smooth, but the second wave, I'll probably interrupt and I'll make it a little cleaner. I'll trigger everything a little earlier because we know we're going to get the kills faster, and then it will allow us to be better, have a faster kill at the boss, have faster kill on the boss at the end as well. So this part I know is going to run well. Quite frankly, the whole run would work just the way I did it, but for some of you guys, depending on how it goes, it might not work on the auto. Happens a lot. I pick up. Can you just tank this out? No, unless you bring someone to do damage mitigation or damage delay like Sadie and Regulus. Let's interrupt here, throw this on 1x. Just want to get my bearings. Okay, cool. You see Vortex is the tankiest boy in town now. Let's pick up Laurel. So now basically what I'm going to do is as soon as those guys hit the corner like I was doing before, I'm going to ult. Pick up our tanks. Pick up Vortex. They're dead. Okay, pick up. So silky smooth. Yeah, the Shriek does 100% of your HP as damage. Or maybe it's even 120 on this stage. %200 of your max HP. So there's, even if you do, like Regulus does 50% damage absorbing or something, you're still going to get hit for 100% of your HP. There's nothing you can do unless you have some kind of delay or something. Baron build better with defense? Definitely do not build your Baron with defense. It makes no sense. Unless you're very end game kind of stuff, you're using him in a gear dungeon or something, or late game. Did not need to wait that long. Actually, yes, I did. It's the last rotation. Okay, let's wait. Oh, frickin' Decimus. Are you? So now I gotta. Oh my god, I hate him. I drop and drop. I think we're gonna be screwed on cost now because I didn't pick up that Decimus. We lose what, 8? Wait till he gets hit again. Oh, I didn't wait for the blast. All right, I think we can probably tank through it anyway. Yeah, we can, for sure. That ended up working out pretty well. I'm going to rerun this again to clean it up because of that Decimus issue. Look at King Hearts absolutely sucking. Look how bad a job King Hearts is doing, even with power dominance. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, there we go. So I'm going to save that, and I'm actually going to redo the auto one final time. Would you need to retime stuff? No. I mean, everything's just delayed now. You won't need to retime stuff then. And no problem, Chris. All right, last one here. All right, so now we only need to interrupt for the running guys because of that Decimus stupidness. I'll actually interrupt a bit earlier because I think I could have triggered even earlier on the Comet and Beelzebub ults, which means the end of the run could be even faster. All right, so boom, boom, boom. As soon as they throw, let's do that. Yeah, it should be good. Yeah, much better. Actually, I shouldn't say much better. Marginally better. I'm drinking coffee. Black coffee. Boom, boom, bop. Boom, boom. Wait for contact, throw a head back. You see the damage number. Boom. Wait till this guy turns around. Boom. And already placed Laurel because we know we're going to do the quick strat. Let's go for Decimus for the stall. Wait a second. Comet and Beelzebub taking literally forever. Okay. Okay, that'll do it. 319 on my 3 to play? Yeah, of course. You can go watch the stream. The VOD is posted. This is the part I hate. If we had the full ult, we would have got the kill. Yes, it's just going to be smoother once you skill these guys out. Okay, there we go. GG. Valderon, no healer. Yeah, I mean, Valderon is just can beat the whole game, of course. Oh, wow, a Shadowcaster drop is crazy. Congratulations. I mean, we're not using a healer. We're just using Vortex to tank, right? Like, he's not... You don't even need healing at the end if you do it the other way, if I didn't quick rush it. There you go. If anyone's ever interested in a takeover, you can find all the details here. Takeovers are very much a paid service unless you're very lucky and you win a giveaway. And that's it. That's the whole video. That's the whole guide. I'll just run this on auto so we can see. And we are good to go. Thank you, guys. We got up to what? 150 viewers. It looks like we peaked at 158. Pretty good, I guess, based on how Watch of Realms has been lately. I got to say, I'm really hoping the devs come with a big marketing push or something because kind of yikes right now. What's up, Hawkus? Well, we need a big content release, but they also need something new at the beginning of the game or a marketing push or something because we need to be keeping the old players or keeping more old players, but also we need new players. Thank you, Snick. All right, here's the end. All right, cheers. All right, there we go. Thank you guys for watching. I have been Fastidious. If you like my stuff, do that thing, and I'll see you later. Bye. Also, if anyone has a video they want me to make today, it's hard finding videos I'm getting excited to make right now just because I feel like there's nothing to really talk about besides old stuff. So if Hero Reset, I wouldn't think it's going to happen until maybe they'll give you another book during the anniversary. I don't know. But yeah, if anyone has think they've got a good kind of globally interesting vid idea, you can always share it on my Discord. Gear Dungeon 2, we're doing Gear Dungeon 2 on a stream tomorrow. Okay, bye.